Hello. It seems like OBS is recording at a very low frame rate again. It's kind of weird. 14 frames per second? 13 frames per second. That seems really bad. Maybe I need to close some things. Let me check. Let me check my settings. Let me see what's using CPU. This has been an issue since I moved to the new monitor. I don't know what it is. Seems to be strange. Browser, CPU. What if I close VTube Studio? What if I do the thing where I close VTube Studio like last time? Okay, I'm gonna close VTube Studio. Say goodbye. What FPS? Wait, maybe that's it. Maybe... Hold on, let me check my VTube Studio FPS. It should be like 30? I think? Or like in the settings? Hold on. Check my settings. Settings. It should be in the logs. However, okay, I got the webcam settings. Isn't there like a 30 FPS webcam? The VTube Studio. Where's VTube Studio? See, okay, so like when I'm moving around in VTube Studio, it looks fine to me. But I think in OBS for some reason it's like kind of slow. Weird. Very strange. It probably looks really bad to you guys. It's probably like a slideshow. Strange. It looks fine, does it? OBS is saying that it's running at like 15 frames per second. It seems unusually low. Maybe it's because I'm like on this menu and you guys can't really tell. Whatever. Okay, let me greet people. Welcome, welcome Stream Elements. Welcome Duck, Admiral Kobayashi, Defins, Potato, Reptile Runt, Slime Molder, Denchi, Zoli, and Hamplo. It's obvious when I move myself. Yeah, that's, if I do this, it's like, oh frick. It's like 15 frames per second. Anyway, apparently there's like a Back to the Future collab, but I'm not doing that. We're going to continue from where we left off. It is probably really framey to you guys. Look at this. Does it look bad? This looks so bad. What the frick? Okay. First. Wait, what the frick? Where's the settings? What what was that? Audio. Always gotta adjust this every time. Super framey. Okay. Let me close VTube Studio. It's probably not VTube Studio. It's probably like the other stuff I have open. I'm gonna close it anyway. I'm gonna save on CPU usage. Now we're up. I'm still moving my head around as if you can see it, but you can't see it. Okay, now it's good. Look at this. Smooth 30 frames per second. Whoa, look at this. Okay, I have to figure out why that is. I don't entirely understand. Could be some weird monitor thing. See, I wouldn't think that switching to a new monitor would affect the whatever performance in OBS. I don't know. What's the FPS? Where are the logs? Let me check. Okay, let me check the setting. Disable VSync. No, but the VSync is it's okay, hold on. Where is this settings? VTube Studio. properties, right? Properties, manage, browse local files. And then in VTube Studio, welcome Michael. Contents, where's the logs? Resources. On the log screen, the orange button. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna reopen VTube Studio. The frame rate dies, that's why. Okay, VTube Studio. I'm opening up again. It is now open. Okay. The log. Oh, there's a log button. I never use that. I didn't even notice this. It says 30. It's like 30. That's fine. 30 FPS. That's normal. I don't know. Whatever. I'm closing VTube Studio. I don't think it's an issue with VTube Studio. It's just my setup specifically. Because I have noticed, for whatever reason, it seems like things are running slower than they normally do. And it could be because my monitor resolution is like bigger than before. But even last time when I set my resolution to like 1080p, it was like still having issues. So I don't know. Simply do not know. You guys know anything about like color profiles on monitors? Usually when lag starts after changing monitors, it's related to weird VSync interaction. That could be a thing. Maybe. I don't know. The monitor is set to 60 FPS. Wait, what if my previous monitor was 30 FPS? Wait, maybe that's why I never noticed the difference between 60 FPS, because I don't actually know what my old monitor... That could be the thing. I mean, my monitor was like 15 years old. So like, maybe? Welcome, Bonelines. There's no way. Look, it was 15... It didn't even have HDMI. Never heard of a monitor that was 30 FPS. Do they even sell them? Okay, maybe not. Hold on, let me check. What was the monitor I had? It was a Handspree. What is it? Handspree. Oh, it's upstairs. I can't even look for it. Handspree. I definitely looked this up at some point. Or whatever, I don't know. Well, it wasn't. Maybe it was like... Okay, so... You're telling me that even old monitors from 15 years ago and 60 FPS? Probably. I don't know. I don't understand. Anyway, all the problems started with the new monitor. It is a nice monitor though. It's really nice. I do have an issue with like the white balance. No, maybe not white balance. I know it has like HDR. Does HDR affect anything? Any CPU? Probably not, right? But I do notice when I'm watching a stream and like there's like a white background, it's so bright. Compared to my previous monitor, like when there's white on screen, it is so bright. HDR makes the bus busy. The bus. Well, I tried disabling it, and then it doesn't really make a difference. The Dell monitor you're using is from 2011, even okay, so maybe it was 60 frames per second. Maybe, I don't know what it is. There's like other stuff besides resolution. There is what am I talking about? I don't even know. There's like different color profiles. Do you guys know anything about color profiles? Apparently like monitors have different color profiles, and does it like convert the color space to a different color space? And is that done on the monitor? It probably is, right? I don't know, because I know in the settings you can choose the color space, and it's like different. And does that affect anything? Like, does it have to like map all the pixels to slightly different colors and before it's displayed to the screen? Common color space or what? I don't know, whatever. We'll just have to deal with not having VTube Studio. And from last time I even tried opening the PNG Tuber software and it was also lagging. So thank you Chicken Coop Enjoyer for the resub. But I don't know, it's probably fine. People don't watch these streams for that moving avatar in the bottom right. Man, I can't believe this avatar is not even moving. He's not even a PNG tuber. It's literally just a static image. Doesn't even react to him speaking. Do I have a go-to snack? Not really. There are some snacks that I do like. There's you guys ever have pop chips? I've talked about this before. It's like it's like a popped chip, pretty much in the name. Pop chips. Yeah, those are good. I don't know what it is about them. Texture. Apples. I am actually not really a fan of apples. I don't know. There's like too much starch, and also apples. If you leave them out for like 5 minutes, they just turn brown. They oxidize too fast. I don't know. Not really a fan of apples. Apple products, however, pretty good. Apple, the fruit, not so much. Keep them in the fridge. Yeah, but then like when you're eating them, I don't know. It's like you take 1 or 2 bites and it's like, this is pretty okay. And then after that, I'm like, I don't want this anymore. MacBook streamer, no, Mac Mini. I want the Mac Mini. I only enjoy sliced apples. It's the weird eating around the core. Yeah, also like the apple core kind of sucks. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of apples. Honeycrisp apples. I don't really know the different types of apples. You're a big fan of sour. Then she has a whole apple slicer. Yo, he's so apple pilled. And yet he doesn't even provide good support for Macintosh on VTube Studio. How can you be a real Apple fan if VTube Studio is not even optimized for macOS? Welcome Origin Forum. Yellow apples, the hidden OP. I do enjoy like the non-red apples more than red apples though. Like the yellow apples, the green apples, I like those more than the red ones. I don't know, the red ones are like, they're so not even that good. I don't know, everyone here has Apple opinions. And before just a matter of sponsoring a Mac, he has one though. You have to have a Mac to release Mac software. Yellow pear, yo, yellow pear is good. Asian pears, the best. The goated. Red ones are nice, they're the default apple. Yeah, and that's why I don't like... They're not even that good. Speaking of apples though, Apple products. I did order a... AirPods Pro 2 USB-C version. It was on sale. Remember last time? Last time I was like, oh yeah, I saw on Amazon, it was like... Typically, they're like $250, which is really much. It's like a lot of money. They're often on sale for $200. But then recently they were on sale for $190. And last time that happened, I was like, oh, I'm sure it'll be $190 again. And then it, like the day after, it was not $190. This weekend, it went back to $190. And I was like, you know what? I'll order it. So I ordered one. And it arrived today. I didn't actually use it yet. But it'll be there. After this stream, I will check it out. Welcome Nutritious. Welcome Ola Yi. Let's see, can't you use a GitHub action to build Apple tools? You can, but it's like really slow. It takes forever. And also it builds it on GitHub Actions doesn't have Mac builders for their ARM processors. So it would be building them for x86. Which is like not the new thing. Well, I have x86, so it's fine. But most people are probably now on ARM. Yeah, what about the leg processor? Intel, you got ARM. Did I play in the Splatfest? I did. I even streamed it on Saturday. Who won? I didn't actually check. It was on Team Fist Bump. And when I was playing, we were winning. I was winning so much. Yeah, professional airport. I'd say I love apples, won't lie. Sometimes I'm allergic to the skin. Probably the pesticides. It could be. Could potentially be the pesticides. You don't even know what they're putting in there. What was the other teams? There was Team Hug, there was Team Handshake, and there was Team Fist Bump. And my logic was like, well, you know, it's in the post-pandemic, or we're even still in the pandemic, maybe. So I prefer to minimize contact, so do not touch me. If you had to, fist bump would be the go-to greeting. Handshakes are a bit too formal. Hugs, I've never really done too much hugs. But if it was up to me, I would just wave. That's what I would do. Welcome, Yurga. Yeah, I won Splatoon. Speaking of buying thing, today I dreamt I ordered a camera, and then it arrived in your dream. When I woke up, I thought the arriving part was real, the dream order part was real. The order was real? In the dream it was real? I don't know. I've never had such a dream. I have had a dream recently where I lost all my teeth. And I was so worried. I was like, oh man, what the frick am I gonna do with no teeth? And then I woke up and I'm like, thank God, I still have my teeth. Then I went back to sleep. It was good. Well, the dream wasn't good, but the waking up and finding out that I did have teeth was actually so relieving. You are on AWS train. Denchi is on Team Hug. If he was even a Splatoon player. I've actually, when I was watching people play the Splatfest, I didn't see anyone on the Handshake team. Everyone I saw on Twitch that was streaming it, they were all either Hug or Fist Bump. So I don't know. Handshake is too formal. It's for like businessmen out there with their businessman greetings. Team Flare, what? Team Skull? Team Magma? Wait, do you think they would have that in with a Pokemon collab? Which evil Pokemon organization would you be? Team Magma? I don't even know. Yeah, not even telepathically communicating. Right, so Wild Dreams had a dream with an ad for a Tricky Gamer Subs Cup. Hashtag sponsored. Get your sponsorship out of here. You can't be advertising things. My chat. A dream for Raid Shadow Legends. A dream for hashtag dream. The Minecraft guy. The guy who plays Minecraft. Have you ever tried Gamer Sips? Is that like an energy drink? I've never had any energy drinks. And I have no intention to ever have them. Maybe Team Galactic. They're all kind of the same to me. All of the teams after Team Rocket, they're like pretty much the same. What's the best energy drink? They aren't even on sale, not an ad. I know. I'm just saying. I'm Just joking. Out here on this stream, we joke around sometimes. Gamer Sips. Isn't that the guy? I know Sips. Yo, I actually do know who Sips is. I never really watched the Yogscast, but I know Sips because he has collabed with Northernline many times. He's also Canadian. They've had many discussions about growing up in Canada. They had like a Canadian Dads podcast. It wasn't really a podcast. It was like they would just play games. You know, just 3 Canadians chatting on stream. Good times. Good times. Sips out there. What's he even sipping? We don't even know. Can't wait for the Wolfie Waifu Cup. What does that mean? What even does he mean by this? Canada? You're out here power washing. Anyway, yeah, it's Monday, everyone. Hope everyone had a good weekend. I did not do too much this weekend. I was looking at the PNG Tuber app that I was writing, and then I was like, what if I made this an OBS plugin instead? Because like I'm re-implementing a lot of stuff that's already in OBS, like, you know, moving things around, rotating, whatever, and then I'm just like, well, I could just make this an OBS plugin. So I was learning about how to make OBS plugins. It is possible, yes. You could read the input, you could assign a source in OBS. You could choose images that will get displayed. And it seems pretty straightforward. I don't know. I didn't actually start doing it, but I saw some examples and I was like, wow, you could do so much with this. And now maybe the next thing I'm going to do is write an OBS plugin. And so rather than having like another program that's running, I could just like create a new source in OBS, and that source will react to sounds. Yeah, you could access everything. It's kind of cool. Michael had a fever. What? Do you still have a fever? Hope you're doing well now, though. Or at least better. Hopefully not bad now. So I listened to a Canadian podcast back in the day. I love cold, legally nondescript Brits. Yeah, Sips also... He did move to the UK or whatever, right? Welcome, Orfish. You're healing, doing better, still feverish. I'll hope it recovers soon. Hope you have a decent time recovering, not suffering. Cowbell. Alright, I read Orfish's name. I don't remember if I greeted you. I probably did. I feel like I just said hi and then moved on to the other message, and then in my brain I was like, did I acknowledge this person was here? I don't know. Simply just don't even know. Yeah, orange juice. But yeah, OBS plugins pretty cool. I know, cause like I kept getting recommended tweets about some guy who was like, hey, you can make like a whole PNG tuber setup directly in OBS. You don't even need another program. And then he was like a triangle and like a square. And every time he talked, it would like squash and stretch. I was like, that's cool. And then I found out there's like an OBS plugin that does what the PNG Tuber software does. Where like you assign it an input, and then it'll detect, you know, if the voice threshold is above a certain volume or whatever, it'll switch to another image. And I'm like, whoa, what the? You can do that? You know how you can have an image source in OBS? You could have configurable image sources. And so that is totally possible. And I looked at the example code and it was very straightforward. So I don't know. It'll be a cool thing to work on. Sounds impossible. It is very possible. Right? It is cool. You could customize things. You could have custom outputs. Do whatever you want. Yeah, saw someone do it. Was it the same guy? It was probably the same guy. They always get recommended the same tweets. Oh, they welcome Choco Jacks. It's not even coding. It's just, it's built into OBS. Well, okay, there's plugins that other people have coded. Something happened to my tracking. My CPU usage is not great. So I've disabled VTube Studio for now. I don't know what the issue is. It's probably due to my new monitor somehow. Some sort of setting somewhere got messed up. I simply do not know. I'm gonna upgrade any of my stuff. Attack a discount. Like Black Friday. I don't know. I bought AirPods. That's pretty much it. And I was thinking, like, man, I could order like a new MacBook, not a MacBook, a new Mac Mini, you know, because the one that I have is Intel and it's like out of date. But then I was like, wait, but I have a laptop. I have like a MacBook from my previous workplace. Why would I get a new Mac Mini when I could just use that one? But then I was like, I don't have enough USB ports on that thing, and it's like, cause like I have so many things plugged into this one. And then it's like, oh, but how much I could like buy a USB hub? But then I'm like, do I even feel like doing it? Probably not. It's not a laptop unless you use it. It is a laptop. It's there even if you're not using it. Even if you don't use the laptop, it is still a laptop. I want to buy a PC. I have a PC. I'm using a PC right now. How do you think I'm gaming? I got this this PC right here. I'm streaming. I got powerwash sim on there. No, it's not a Mac. Look at that. You guys seeing this? You think this looks like a Mac? This is literally a PC. Okay. Got Windows. It's literally Windows. Fake window. No, it's legit. It's real. It's not in a VM. It's captured. It's a real PC. You think I would be using a VM on a Mac for Windows? That's not even efficient. Games don't even run well. It's literally a real Windows PC. Legit. Certified. Do I have to replug my HDMI? No, I have a HDMI splitter. I just have to press a button. It'll switch the inputs. Well, I only have to press the button if I have multiple inputs enabled at the same time. So like if my PC is on, but my Switch is not on, it'll just detect that that's on, and then it'll just use it. If my Switch is on and my PC is not on, it'll just use the Switch input. It's very convenient. Would recommend having an HDMI splitter. It does what it says it is. It can switch between the HDMI. And I think that's cool. I think it's nice to be able to switch between things. The Nintendo Switch. Between things. Are you guys buying anything? Any good deals you guys have seen for Black Friday? There's like not really anything, right? It's not really as big of a thing as it was like 10 years ago. Camera. Black Friday deals are usually raised prices. No, they're like just slightly discounted. They're no longer hugely discounted like they used to be. It's too overwhelming to learn what I need as a complete beginner. Just get like a basic camera. You could just use your phone. Aren't phone cameras good enough nowadays? I don't really know what I would need. Buy a new controller. You could. If your controller has drift, you could. I don't think I've ever bought anything on Black Friday. I guess because it's more of like a US thing. Right? Like if you're in Germany, do they even have like Black Friday deals? Maybe. Unless you're like buying from a US place. They have it on Amazon. They do. Is that a recent thing? Have you guys always had Black Friday deals? Probably not, right? Do I still think of myself as the Toho guy? No. I'm sure other people do though. His controller is drifted. Do they even have Friday? Yeah, it's not even called Friday over there. It's called some German thing. Some totally different. What even is the word for Friday? Is it that? I don't think so. It's not possible. It can't be that. A couple of years. Black Friday? Amazon recommended vacuum bags. Out here vacuuming bags? Why not just put the vacuum stuff in the trash? I guess you would still need a bag. I don't know. Anyway, there's not really anything that I want to buy. I've already purchased my AirPods Pro. I will try it out after this stream. And I'll be like, whoa, what the? This is so cool. This is so pro. How did I live without this product? Some wireless capabilities, the active noise cancellation. I've actually never used active noise cancellation headphones before, or earbuds or whatever, so I don't know what it's like, because I always have my air purifiers on all the time, and I don't know what my room sounds like without noise cancellation is really good. You have AirPods Pro. I do have some other thing that has noise cancellation. I don't like earbuds that have suction. You don't have... Oh, you use them. Yeah. I think they should be good. I got them mostly because I want to be able to wear them while lying down. You know, when I'm like using my headphones lying down, I can't move my head around that much because, you know, headphones are big. And then like when I'm trying to sleep, you know, I'm listening to Headspace Sleepcast. And then I'm like, I go to sleep and then I can like take off my headset, my headphones and put them somewhere else. But then I'm like, wouldn't it be more convenient if I could just have like a small thing to listen on? And that's it. That's why I got it. Specifically for Headspace. Can you believe this, guys? Specifically for this app that I use only before I go to sleep. Just hecked up. Somehow ended up with the opposite opinion of every gamer, where the PS4 controller is the superior PC controller. It has a trackpad. I have never used a PS4 controller, but I do prefer the PlayStation control scheme. Triangle makes more sense to me than X or Y or whatever. Any good sleepcasts? I feel like I've listened to almost all of them now, and so there's only a few left, and those are ones that I don't really feel like listening to. They have sponsored ones. Sponsored ones by like Star Wars. I'm like, I don't know anything about Star Wars. There's a sleepcast that's like, hey, here's a trip on one of these. I don't even know what it's called. Some StarCraft. Yeah, what if they did StarCraft? It's just like, here's some like Star Wars sleepcast. You're like, I don't know, a Jedi on the some island or something, some planet somewhere. And I'm like, I'm not interested in that. And they have like 3 of those, and I'm not listening to those. And then they have one by like John Legend. That's a guy, right? I don't know who he is. A musician. And he's like, hey, I'm going to talk to you about music. I don't know who that is. So I've not listened to that one. But the rest of them, I've listened to most of them. And they have started running out of new ones to listen to. So I've just been listening to old ones. I didn't even know the legend. I don't even know John Legend. Is he really even a legend if I don't know him? So Uno 99 Battle Royale. What is that? Is that real? How come I've never heard of it? That's why it's not good. If it was good, we would have heard of Uno 99 by now, right? Welcome, Namington. Literally not even real. Yeah, not too much else. Just out here doing things. And we got a short work week. I found out we actually have Wednesday off for some reason. Most places have Thursday and Friday off. We also have Wednesday off. And I'm like, what the? I didn't know that. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. Just get an extra day off. Radio free Zerg, lo-fi screeches. Need additional pylons. Yeah, imagine a sleepcast for StarCraft. It's like, you know, you were on the Zerg home base. Or you are a Protoss. Imagine the sound of Zerglings rushing to your base. How many are there? Let us count them. There's one Zergling. There's two Zerglings. Try to build a pylon. You don't have enough minerals. Try building additional pylons. You send a probe over. The probe is making sounds. Wow, that probe sure is working great. Thank you, probe. That's how it goes. It's chill. It's so chill. Got the rear wheel mount. This thing, right? This thing? That's a rear wheel. There it is. Mid. You could buy a keyboard. It's true. Oh, a MIDI keyboard. I don't know. If you guys find any good things that you want to buy, tell me. I will probably not buy them. Then I'll know. Then I can log all your purchases. I'll be like, I know this person's purchase history. Advertisers love that. They love knowing what people are buying. They love having information on... Yeah, send all your info. Don't sell it. I'm not buying your info. You're giving it to me for free, willingly. So, what the... You guys know, you ever like go on a website and there's like a checkbox that says, please do not sell my data? That is required by law. I think it's the CCPA, the Canada. California Consumer Protection Act or something. You are required to put text on your page that says, do not sell my data. I've seen some people, they went on websites and they're like, wow, why do they have that? That's so silly. Of course I'm clicking that. They don't know, it's required. You have to use those words. What if they sell the data that says whether people don't want to sell their data? I'm sure there's regulations about that. There's laws. You could pay extra money. Okay, front wheels. This is a front. This wheel is in the front, therefore it's a front wheel. It's the opposite of the back wheel. Look at that. That's the back wheel over there. And actually, there are two front wheels. You'd be like, how are there two front wheels? I thought the front one, the most front one, well, you see, is symmetrical. They're both the front wheels. It's kind of hard to understand sometimes, but it's real. What's not done with this one? What's still remaining here? Oh, the bottom. Let me see. Elevator? What the? They got an elevator on this? Ah, these. It's not an elevator. You guys ever seen an elevator? Come on. This is literally not even it. I've seen an elevator, and this is not it. You're telling me there are multiple definitions of the word? Front wheel supports. On this thing. There it is. It elevates. It does elevate. But what if I don't want it to? What if I think is not even correct? Okay, this one was pretty fast. What the heck is it? That's a hand. Yo, it's pointing. Literally, it's pointing emote. The pointing emote right here. Wow. It's got a fin as well. Hold on. There's lore, guys. There's lore in here. Strange how that index finger is pointing in that specific spot, is it? Yeah, so suspicious. What is that? What's over there? Well, I guess we'll never know. Nothing in that direction for miles until you hit the coast. Interesting. I'm sure there's nothing that will ever come of this. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. I don't know why you're even talking about it. I'm just a power washing guy. Anyway, I don't know what else is going on. Any cool news out there in the world? Nope. Literally, there's nothing even happening. Oh yeah, OpenAI. I haven't really been following them. They kicked out the CEO, and then they like try to get the CEO back. What happened? What's the deal with that? What stars? They did have a new generation. I did not watch the debuts. Oh yeah, and Snoop Dogg, and it was an advertisement. Yeah, I guess a bunch of stuff happened. Microsoft immediately hired the CEO and chairman. Oh, so like they fired him from OpenAI, and then Microsoft was like, "Hey, you want to join Microsoft?" And they said yes. And then now they're Microsoft employees. Is that what happened? I don't know. I've never used ChatGPT, so I don't really know. I don't know the broad implications of this. Doesn't Microsoft have its own like AI thing though? Bing. Are they using ChatGPT for Bing? 700 of the staff are threatening to quit. That's a lot of people. It's like almost the whole company. They are what? Sorry, it's me when I ask 10 different questions. They are using ChatGPT. That's what it is, right? I see. I understand. Well, I don't know. I'm sure this has broad implications on various things. You guys out there using ChatGPT? I feel like it's like if you're in school, it's probably like a really weird time, right? Because like teachers are like, oh, kids are using ChatGPT to write their essays and all that. And then they have like detection algorithms, like, is this written by ChatGPT? Is this written by a bot? And then kids are like, I'm going to use ChatGPT to answer all of my questions. I'm going to generate a 10-page essay using ChatGPT. And, you know, we didn't have to deal with that back in our day. And so many things. It must suck to be a teacher. It's like, you know, it was bad enough back in the day. But now it's like AI generated content you gotta look out for. There's like cheating, because people can do like online cheating. I don't know. I only know people using ChatGPT to spam or cheat. To spam? What do they do for spam? Use it for specific Unity questions. They can explain stuff really well. Even obscure questions that aren't explained in docs. Yeah, I know some people, they do use it for like coding or answering questions about stuff. I've never tried it, but I don't know. I don't even have like an account. Never even bothered signing up for it. Like GitHub also has its own like Copilot thing. It does other stuff. Can be useful. It doesn't really help me that much. What if you were like, you know, ChatGPT, implement the new functionality I need from VTube Studio. Implement the new item spawning API. ChatGPT. Introduce all the features that VTubers want. Brainstorm. Hey ChatGPT, I'm the developer of software known as VTube Studio. It's used by VTubers. Can you tell me some features that would be nice to implement? And then it does, and then you say, yeah, implement that for me. Yeah, just do that for me, please. Michael says, sometimes when I'm bored, I use it to make trivia games. Make some banger trivia games about World of Warcraft quests. Oh. Is it like you know, which quest is how many boar tusks you need to gather in the quest, this specific quest? 5? 10? What's the name of the NPC? Where is Mankirk's wife? You guys know that one? Classic World of Warcraft. No one even knows. Once tried asking it about a specific bug that I could not figure out after hours. Pasted the whole thing, it didn't even work. Yeah, it can't even solve basic problems, such as very specific bugs. What's it even do? What's even the point? If it can't solve all of our problems, why would we even use it? Ask Chuck Norris. Developer of the popular software known as create.swf. Who's that? It's not me. I only did the art for it. I didn't even do the programming. Do you have to clean all the seams? They still look in red. Yeah, probably. It seems like I do. Haha. Why is this one like this? You guys seeing this? Why is this one so... Is that normal? Do I need to use this? I think it's just like that. I think it's literally just like that. Usually tell it to give me the name of a quest. To guess the zone NPC. Something about the quest. Nice. The boar. Where do we find the boar? The highland. This is a terrible mission. You're literally destroying an ancient artifact by cleaning it. No, no. Because by cleaning it, it'll activate like a laser. That's just how it is. Surely it was meant to withstand much of water. Upgrading next spring for what? That's alright, I didn't read your other message. You're buying the thing. Does mess up a few times, like giving me names of quests that don't exist. Yeah, they call those hallucinations. So when the AI thinks it knows something, but it's not even real. It's just like in real life. It's Just out there hallucinating information that's not even real, but seems plausible. Based on input data. Andromeda would have been in that exact spot 6,000 years ago if the Earth wasn't spinning. What? What was the context of this? Next time terrorists blow up some World Heritage site, I'd like them to use that excuse. We thought it would shoot a laser. No, this is justified in game, because last time we cleaned a big statue, after we cleaned it, there was like a blue light, and it shot toward a specific area. And I'm sure once we finish this one, it'll shoot another laser over there, and then it's kind of like in Breath of the Wild. You do all of them, it shoots to the middle area, and then you have to go to the middle area. You have to clean whatever's in there. Got a text message saying that I see spam messages. Air fryer. I hope the new ChatGPT makes it better. Costs money. Yeah, I mean, you know, it makes sense that it costs money. Because I'm sure it costs a lot of resources to run, and they're just making it free so that they can get all the market, you know? And that's how things work now. You make services cheap or free, and then after everyone's used to it, then you raise your prices. And everyone who was used to it was like, oh man, they've raised the prices, but there's no one else in the competition. They've eliminated everyone. That's how they do it. You know, Uber's not even profitable. Uber Eats, all of those services are losing tons of money just because they want to get the market. They may never be profitable. They may never even have money. Power washing Ganon. This could be Ganon. Isn't this like the same skin tone as Ganon? Not Ganondorf, but like the real Ganon. It does, but I don't want to pay for it just to play quest trivia. Yes. So true. You could run your own thing, right? Aren't there like self-hosted things like this? Or is that only for generating images? I know there's things you could host yourself for like AI generated images. I don't know if there's things for like text answers, but there probably are, you know. I think they made them more accessible. Like, you know, it used to be you had to like be a developer, you had to like download Python and configure a bunch of scripts. Now I think they just have like self-contained installable things. I've never used them because I'm not interested, but I do know that they do exist, probably. You wouldn't need the AI to do either, you could just code the trivia. You could, that's right. You as a developer, you can now program things. That's the cool part about being a developer. You could just be like, I would like to program a thing that exists. And then you could do it. You could just start implementing it. Learn about the different systems. I will at some point write an OBS plugin. It'll be so cool. Be like, whoa, what the? You can do that in OBS? Wow, how does he do it? How is he so cool? How is he able to do such things? Then it'll work. It'll do things. Wow, laptop. Yeah, you guys could buy an iPad. You guys ever want an iPad? I'm sure they're on sale, probably. They're always on sale. You could draw stuff. You could, Actually, I literally don't use my iPad for anything besides drawing and Mahjong Soul. You know, when I used to, the first time I had like a tablet, I would like, you know, I would watch YouTube videos on it. I would like use Twitter. I'm not even logged into Twitter on my tablet. I refuse to log into anything. Was obvious. What? iPad? You guys have an iPad? I would recommend it. If you like drawing things, you could get an iPad. It is pretty cool to draw on it. I should play Dark Souls 3 on a pop-in music controller, but then I would need to buy one. And I don't really want to do that. There's a Fate Gacha in Mahjong Soul? No. Haven't played at all. I have no interest in that. Laptop is around 2 kilo. Is that true? Probably. I know if there's any good way to use iPad as a drawing tablet on Windows. Yes, there's a thing called Weylus, W-E-Y-L-U-S. I used that when I was playing Passport 2. It worked pretty well. There's also, I think there's something called like Luna Display, but that one costs money. Weylus is open source. You could just download it. And it pretty much just sets up like a web page you can use. I used it. It was really nice. I tried using it for some other games and it didn't seem to work. So I don't know if something changed or it just doesn't work for games sometimes. And as a tablet, I'm sure it should work fine. I was looking for this, Googled, couldn't find anything. I think it took me a while to find too. I don't know. A lot of places don't mention it. I'm sure there are better known ones. But that's the one I've used and it seems to work fine. It's not even an app. You could just use like it just starts a port on your machine and then you could just open a web browser. It just works. Found one website that has software that costs a fair bit of money. Yeah. It's probably better quality, but like, you know, whatever. Who even cares, right? Want something dirt cheap and good or something expensive and cool? I don't know. I haven't purchased a laptop in a long time. But you could do it. You could buy stuff. You guys out there buying things. What was the last thing you bought? The last major purchase. You guys out there purchasing things with your money? A video game? Which one? What even is there? Pizza. Okay, the last thing you purchased that was like more than $50 USD. Food is major. You guys ever spent $50 on food? A bowl of clam chowder. Okay, besides food. That is expected. Okay, I mean like a large purchase. Big game. I don't know. Micro Civilizations, what's that? Is that a game? Sounds like a game. You bought a USB cable. That's also important. Welcome, Messi. A cross between Civ game and a clicker game. What, cookie clicker? Man, textbooks are so expensive. I can't believe. Glad I don't have to worry about that anymore. Spent €90 on power banks. What's that? Is that like the portable USB like charger things? That's probably what it is. A lot of it. €300? Also, you just said Among. Even this guy said Among. Guys, check it out. Among. I probably need a new one. The one that I've been using, I use it when I'm streaming VR fishing, and I feel like it's not as good as it was when I first got it. Then I did get it like a long time ago. But it's not too surprising. The battery also started to bulge. That's probably not a good thing. Probably is like, you know, not safe. It still works. It's probably fine. Like one day it might explode. I don't know. You guys ever worry about that? Not the microphone built into the VR headset? Wait, what? Do I use a combination headset or a separate microphone? I have a... Well, yeah, when I'm streaming VR, it's the one that's built into the headset. When I first started streaming, I did use a headset. It was a combination, like... The microphone was attached to the headphones. The audio was really bad, so then I got a real mic. And I upgraded my mic. It had a 3DS battery bulging. That sounds bad. A real mic one. Hold on, I missed some messages. Hold on, let me scroll up. The cashier's computer broke and said the plastic bag cost $300, so she gave it to you for free. You got a discount on that. You got $300 plastic bag for free? Dude, you could sell that. Put that on eBay. Did she give you a receipt? She gave it to you for free. Be like, can you give me a receipt for this? $300 bag. It's like more expensive than like a brand name Louis Vuitton bag. Probably. Actually, I don't know. Maybe. Are they that expensive? Probably, right? Time to mic. Wait, I haven't been hydrated, guys. No one even told me to hydrate. Stanley's not even here. He would have sent like a hydration emoji. Okay, I'm gonna hydrate now. You guys can't see it because I don't have VTube Studio on, but I'll be hydrating. Alright. I still press the water button on my stream deck as if I was in VTube Studio. I just do it by habit. That's there. It's a pretty nice bag, all green. That sounds nice. They charge for plastic bags now, right? If you go to the grocery store. Because they're trying to make it so you have to bring your own bag. Bring your own reusable cloth bag. If you don't have one, you have to buy one. Like an extra, like, bunch of money. Do here cost like $1? Yeah. It's good though. Good to reuse bags. Have I ever brought a non-traditional container as a grocery bag? I have not. Have you? Wasn't there like a thing where like you could go to 7-Eleven on one day and then like refill a slushie with whatever container you wanted? And then people would bring like a huge container. Yeah, those. People would bring like, I don't know, huge containers that were not really meant to hold slushies. They would bring like fish tanks. They would bring freaking buckets. Everything. They probably don't do that anymore, but at some point they did. No way. Yeah, they did. It was a thing. You can look it up. Bring your own container. Gasoline. Yeah, you probably don't want to do that. Sometimes I take the empty cardboard pallets in the store and use those to carry. Yeah, I've done that. The US changed twist plastic bottle caps, or is that just the EU? I think they reduced the amount of plastic that's in those. At least, like, from what I remember, the plastic bottles from like the 90s, they used to be like much stronger. And then over time they started removing plastic from them. And the bottle caps are like not as good as they used to be, which is a good thing, I guess. Less plastic used. And now they crumple really easily. I don't know. I don't know if there's like a specific law about it. Or is that just so the bottle makers could skimp out on plastic? Both? Probably both. Plastic bags though. I still have a lot of plastic bags at home. Plastic bags that hold other plastic bags. Plastic bag underscore channel. Yeah, it's nice, you know. Conserving resources. Conserving water like we're doing right now. We're like in the desert. Where do we even have this water? We just magically have enough water to wash this thing. It's not even attached to anything. Why are we even doing this? Do people actually do this? Does anyone like go out into the desert to power wash stuff? Because like, isn't it gonna get covered with sand anyway? Like eventually. Why even bother? Why even do things if it's gonna be undone at some point? Am I right, guys? Society out here doing work gonna be not even done. Is that thing back there washable? Done. Like, do I have to... Okay, this is gonna suck. This one may take a while. They're stuck to the bottle now, so you can't remove them without getting violent. What? I know in Japan, when you do like recycling, I think since the bottle caps are made of a different type of plastic, you have to like remove the bottle cap and like recycle it separately. Same thing for like the plastic wrapping around the bottle. The first time I went to Japan, like people that I knew that had been to Japan several times, they knew to do it. Okay guys, you gotta know, when you recycle, you gotta remove the plastic bottle. Or the bottle cap. But like, why not just make them out of the same plastic? I guess maybe you can't do that. I guess like, you need to use a more rigid plastic. Any plastic experts out here? Anyone? You guys ever microwave plastic that you're not supposed to? Surely, right? Surely someone else has done it. I've done one. I've done it once by accident. It's like I went out to lunch, went to a restaurant. They had like this plastic container. And, you know, it was a bit cold. So I was like, you know what? I think maybe I should microwave this. And then I looked at it. After it got microwaved, it was like, huh, there's like fumes coming out of this thing. That's kind of weird. And then I looked at the bottom and I was like, oh shoot, you're not supposed to microwave this. But there wasn't specifically a thing on it that said do not microwave. It was just like, you know, it's the number plastic or whatever. You have to look it up specifically and be like, oh, this is like, you know, number 5 plastic. You can't microwave number 5 plastic. Anyway, I threw it away. Fumes add to the flavor. The messed up part is like I saw it and I was like, oh, I don't know, that's kind of weird. And then like I ate some of the rice and I was like, this tastes kind of weird. That's when I was like, maybe I shouldn't eat this. I'm fine though. I ate like 1 bite of it. What if that thing is what kills me? What if I'm like, you know, it was only like a few grains of rice, but what if those rices were toxic? Everybody microwaving those cup noodles. Do people do that? You guys ever microwave water? I've never done it, but like apparently that's a thing. Apparently a lot of people do that. Me as someone who's always just boiled water, I've never even considered microwaving it. Microwave. You're already full of microplastics. What about megaplastics? I don't eat microplastics. I need the largest plastics. None of this micro stuff. Cup Noodle recently announced they're changing the cup material so it can be microwaved. People saying they didn't know they weren't supposed to do that. Man. It's messed up. Because, like, there are some things that look like they should be microwavable. But they're not. You guys ever use the microwave? I have. I've used the microwave several times. Dozens or even hundreds. How many times do you think you've used the microwave in your entire life? Thousands? Tens of thousands? Billions? Can't be billions. 100? Only 100? I feel like definitely should be more than that, right? Yeah, microwave, the smallest wave. Only 100? You guys do that thing where, like, you turn on the microwave and then, like, you press the stop button before it actually hits the 0 mark? Because it makes a sound. It makes a loud sound. If you haven't, you could consider doing it. You're not a household that uses the microwave. Never used it myself at my grandma's place all that much. I guess that depends. It depends on the kind of food you eat. I feel like I've used the toaster oven more often than the microwave, to be honest. Toaster oven's pretty good. Would recommend. You want to heat something up? Just put it in the toaster oven. Although I feel like a lot of people nowadays, they use air fryers for that. It serves a similar purpose. Where have we been as a society without air fryers? Really changed the meta. Toaster, I hardly even am aware of this. True, I know of toasters. Toasting. You guys out there toasting? You guys have a favorite type of toaster? A brand? Hashtag brand engagement. It's the best toast. Actually, there's like a list of toast darkness. You guys prefer your toast extremely toasted? It's kind of hard to describe without images, huh? When generalizing younger generations, is the air fryer the new avocado toast? I never really understood the hype around avocado toast. But I've also never really had it. So maybe that's why. Maybe like once I try it, I'll be like, whoa, what the guys, have you heard about this avocado toast? Can't believe this. You guys gotta try it. And then everyone's like, we know, we've been trying. That's so 2010, whatever, 2015. Now it's all about the new meta. Whatever the new meta is. Is there a new meta? Is there like a new food thing that is more popular? It's like there have been trends. Scooped bagels. That is no, I've only ever seen people make fun of it though. I saw the tweet. Thought it was just a meme. Is it meme or is it real? Is it a meme based in reality? Or is it a meme cringed in reality? It is real and a meme. What is the next new thing though? You think about like food trends. What were they? Okay, so you got like avocado toast. You got scooped bagels. You got wasn't there like a whole like pink sauce thing? It was like on TikTok. I don't keep up with TikTok, but wasn't there like a thing where something about a pink sauce? I don't really know what that was. That was an event. That wasn't like a trendy food thing. What about kale? Was kale like a popular thing? There's pumpkin spice latte, so that's a food thing, right? It's a food trend. Some bad chef shipped severely spoiled sauce. A bunch of people got botulism. What the? It's an arbitrary pink sauce. I don't know. You guys ever buy things from TikTok influencers? You guys even use TikTok? I don't even use it. Every time I get like linked to TikTok, which is never, but like sometimes I'll like look for something and then there'll be a TikTok link. And try like going on the website, I don't know, it's like impossible to use. Why is it so bad to use their website? It's because they want you to download the app, right? I don't know. But then when I see a TikTok link, I'm just like, I'm not clicking this. Man. Okay, what else? Oh, you gotta watch this. You gotta watch this. Imagine not even watching this. Cringe. We'll use the extra long extension. Check this out. Bam. What are some other food trends? You had the chicken sandwiches. You guys remember when chicken sandwiches were a thing? I mean, they still are a thing. There was like the whole like Popeye's chicken sandwich popularity craze many years ago. Those were some times. What about pizza? I just remember pizza. Well, pizza. What the? Them every week from Wendy's got them. It does have them though. Wendy's does have chicken sandwiches. And we did get them. I have never really had a chicken sandwich. No, that's not true. I don't know why I said that. Sometimes you guys ever say things and you're just like, why did I say that? I have had a chicken sandwich. I have had Chick-fil-A. That's pretty good. All the time. He's out there saying things all the time. You guys ever just say things? I'm literally saying things right now. Words even. Entire sentences. Sentence fragments. Sentence structure. Phrases. Words. Sometimes even numbers. 5. Look at that. That's a number. 3. 1. Anyway, I don't know. What's the deal? What's the deal with Swoop Bagels? Okay, we're 97% done. What else can we do here? ARM. The ARM. Yeah, we were literally talking about ARM processors. Ah, there it is. There's an ARM. Shoot, they got stuff down here. They got this stuff out here. Literally all of this. You do have to wash in between. I didn't even mean to wash that. The fin? Fin from Adventure Time? Where's Jake? Where's Drake and Josh? Drakengard, Drac and Josh. Shrek. You guys know what I've been recommended at YouTube videos recently? There's this YouTube channel of like a guy and he has like a parrot. And he asks his parrot questions like, what is this? What is this made of? And the parrot's like, rock. Go ask. Welcome, Nanodan. Where am I? We're in the desert. Rock. Shrek. What is this? Shrek. What is this made of? Paper. No, that's rock. Rock. That's right. Classic. You guys, if you've not seen it, I would recommend, if you ever get recommended the video, to click on. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend you to watch it specifically. But if you happen to be organically recommended that on YouTube, you could watch it. It's vaguely interesting for like several seconds. Shrek. And then the bird starts combining words. Shrek and rock. It'll say Shrock. It is Shrock. Go ask. Pretty much it. You'll be binge watching it tomorrow. Yeah, it'll be all of your recommendations. There have been some times where like I would talk about something on stream and then like a few days later I would get recommended some video related to that on YouTube. It's definitely listening. It definitely knows, guys. How does it even know? Out there analyzing my VODs. You know, what's this made of? Glass. It's not even glass, it's glass. There's like a K at the end. What's this made of? Glass. Should have it. It is funny. It is so funny. And you're like, does the bird even really understand? It's just repeating things, and sometimes it happens to say the right thing. It's just how it is. You gotta make content. Okay. Does the bird really understand? It's kind of similar to humans, right? You guys ever think about that? Humans, do we really understand things, or are we just repeating things we've been told? Really makes you think, right? Do humans have capacity for understanding? Yes. What are these souls made of? Shrek. Shrock. That's a rock. Flask. Dark Souls. Okay, what else we got? We got a bunch of stuff. Fin spines. What are you made of? Pixels. Polygons. Rock. It is the trunk. Classic Shrek. Is there gonna be a new Shrek movie? I've only ever watched the first Shrek. A lot of people say Shrek 2 is good. Never seen it. Would you guys recommend Shrek 2? What about Shrek 3? What about Shrek 4? Shrek 5? Shrek 8. Fast and Furious. Fast Shrek. Shrek 3 is not good. What about Shrek 4? What's bad about Shrek 3 though? As someone who has never watched it, did they ruin everything? Shrek 4 is a nice send-off. It's another mainline Shrek. I think so. That's why I brought it up. I vaguely remember hearing something about that, but I wasn't sure if it was true. Wait, there was also a thing I got recommended this thing on Twitter, like trending tweets. Apparently there's like a TikTok filter or something where people like make out with Shrek. You guys see that tweet? What's that about? What's the deal with that? People out there making out with like a 3D Shrek. Northern Lion also talked about it. What is that? Sometimes I just get like tweets in my For You page and it's just like, is this really a thing that people are doing? Am I being gaslit? There could be like, you know, you think of like the popular Twitter accounts that just are like, hey, here's the latest trends on TikTok. Here's what people are doing. Can you believe people are doing this? But like, what if they're just making this up? Like, what if it's one guy and then everyone's like, I can't believe they're doing this. Look at how stupid they are. Little do we know, we were deceived. It's like one guy doing this. I don't know if it's real. Man, I miss Vine. You guys remember Vine? And then there was like one of the original creators of Vine created like a separate website called Byte, B-Y-T-E. People are like, yo, is Vine coming back finally? And then I used that for like a week and then never again because I don't know. Just wasn't really. I was also thinking about that, but it's not ByteDance, it's just Byte. Then I don't think anyone uses it. The messed up part, man, imagine if Twitter never purchased Vine and then never shut down. Can you imagine a 2023 where Vine is still around? Would TikTok even exist? I don't know. Just something about Vine that was nice. Classic obscure vines. Okay, distal finger phalanges. What is that? Phalanges. What's a phalange? These are phalanges? Aren't those just finger? The heck is a phalange? These are phalanges. Okay, there are like names for these, right? So if this is a phalange, what are these? Proximal finger phalanx? Intermediate finger phalanx? Distal finger... Wait, that's not... Wait, hold on. Phalange. Phalanges are the bones. Let's see. Phalange. You spelled it wrong. Phalange. What about part-ange? It's always about the phalange. Okay, we're gonna use this, the long extension. Wow. Okay, that did something. Right, okay, going back to earlier conversation. What is the new Holostars thing? You guys watch that? Are they cool? I haven't watched Corporate VTuber debut in like so long. I think the only one I watched recently was the Fuamoko one. I also didn't watch them. I'm sure they're probably cool, right? Maybe. Thought you meant I spelled it wrong? No. I don't know. There's too many. Neither did I. There's like a whole like wave of Niji-Sanji EN that... There's like 2 waves that I don't know anything about. I did not watch their debuts. I don't know what's happening. The dog. Yo, the Choco J dog. I'm usually asleep when they debut anyway. Oh, I did see that like 2 or 3 of them are Filipino, right? They posted like in one of their first tweets, like in Tagalog, and then everyone's like, "Yo, what the?" That's cool. Welcome, Desco. The most swag. Yeah, that's neat though. That's the only thing I know about them. That's the only thing I've ever seen posted about them. Is that they're Filipino. What even is the aesthetic? Are they still adventurers? Probably. Me when I talk about things I don't know about. Yo, what's up with these guys? What's the deal with this? Sports. Schrock. How about esports? What's going on out there in esports? You know, it did have its Adventurer Party betrayal plot. What? They're out there betraying. Reincarnate. I said reincarnated. Guys, I said the word wrong. Reincarnated into an organ. Some dude. Whoa, you can't say that. We don't know. We're not supposed to know this. I mean, everyone already knows, but you can't even say this. You could say it, but you don't. You gotta pretend like you don't know. No, they didn't reincarnate. The orc was already there. It's more like the orc turned into a human, right? That wasn't a reincarnation. That was just a return to previous. It's totally different. It's more like the orc betrayed himself. It's orkin time. Orchids. Is it though? Is it even a thing? Okay, we got a proximal thumb phalanx. Making a dangerous, unfounded assumption and say that they would want you to say this. The reincarnation? Who's they? Cover Corporation? Surely not Cover Corporation. They would never. Yo, I didn't even mean to clean that one. How did I even do this? The individuals. They do be out there. Anyway, I don't know. VTubers. You guys watching VTubers? This weekend I was like watching VTubers. Yesterday I got recommended a random streamer. She was doing a karaoke stream. She was streaming for like 9 hours. I was listening. I was like, this is nice. It's nice when people sing for a long time. You know, Hamflo sang this weekend. That was cool. Observed a VTuber. I know. I was there. For one of them. I don't know. The other ones... Other one could be me. I was there. Durns VTubers are neat. Yeah, I was watching NanoDan. I saw his stream. I was there. He was playing Dark Souls 2. He was playing WarioWare. He was playing that game that you spin a stick around. That was cool. Yeah, you were there. I was there. Hamflo was there. Many people were there. He was playing. He was literally unstoppable. We got webbing. It's a webbing. He's playing literally everything. You lost your save. Stick. Where? Oh, the game. Right. What's that game? Kururin? It's like an obstacle course and you have like a stick. You rotate the stick. It's on the Game Boy Advance. Yeah, that one. Welcome, Stanley. I didn't even know that game was a thing. First time I'd ever seen it was during the stream. How did I remember the name so well? It's like, I don't know. It's a common word, right? He doesn't even know. Clavio played it? Sometimes I'm just like in like random people's chats and I see them use Clavio's emotes. I'm like, that's cool. That streamer I was watching who was streaming for like 9 hours, someone in chat was using Clavio's emotes. The dance emote, the clap emote. I was like, I know who that is. I know Clavio. She really did. That's cool. There it is. Surprisingly, I know it from the Let's Plays back in the early 10s. I had never even seen that game. Welcome, newest Fig. It's the experience I've had with my emotes. They show up everywhere. Do they, though? Do they show up everywhere? Some places. Nanodan played the game completely differently. Compared to what? PNG. When I'm in a chat and I see Wolf's emotes, because you're the one using them. Yeah, pretty often I'm using emotes. I'm using emotes all the time. Sometimes I see Duck using them. I don't know. Imagine if I had more emotes. That'd be so cool. Okay, let's see. We got the proximal thumb phalanx. Start to watch her after she was already using her first Omochi model. Is this is still about Clavio? Yeah, I remember. Back in the day. The original Clavio. The old Clavio. Now it's new, but also still cool. Is that a driving emote? Started watching Clavio when my sleep rhythm completely desynced. It's a PNG. I remember when she had like her first chibi model. She was doing like a personality quiz. And back then, it was just like, you know, me and like 5 other people in chat. Now Maya was there. I was there. Great when you're randomly awake at 3 in the morning. She does stream pretty late, huh? I don't know. Karagi rated her back when she was around the 10 to 20 viewers I was around for decent. Yeah, that's like when I found her. I found her from Karagi raid. That's how I found a lot of VTubers. Good old Karagi raids. Now I'm like not even around for the end of her streams anymore because she streams so late. Karagi raids. It's been a while. And I was like, you know, it's also been a while since I've heard Karagi sing Watame Lullaby. It's like I haven't caught the end of a stream like at any point recently. I don't know. And then Hamble, she doesn't even sing at the end of the streams anymore. Like what? Can't believe it. We have not slept forever. And I also stopped watching indies near the end of 2021. Yes. It was like when I first started doing VR fishing was around when I first started watching indie VTubers. I remember specifically because I used to do VR fishing, not on stream. I used to just like actually just VR fish just for fun, not even like chatting to people. And then I would just have like streams playing in the background, and specifically Karagi streams. And actually that's how Shima Panic found Karagi streams, because he was just looking for people that were using VR or something on Twitter. And then he saw my post that had like me watching Karagi on VR while fishing. And he started watching Karagi. Classic. Hold on, I skipped some messages. Savinka got 5 new emotes from Gator T because she's getting a new model. Yo, let's go. Oh, those? Oh, that's Savinka's emotes. Oh, that's why I didn't recognize. That looks so different. The skin tone is different, right? Haven't watched Big Corpos in forever. Sometimes I tune into some streams. I tune into some Pomu streams. Some Ame streams. Sometimes. Not so much anymore. You know, it's cool to check in sometimes. Just out there watching other streams. Want some content? Who's that? Is that the one you linked in the Discord? The one hand clapping one? Yeah. They found Ragi, Bag, Bat, Mari Mari during November of 2021. 2-year anniversary. Yeah, I remember. The classics. I haven't seen a paper bag stream in so long because I'm like not awake when he's streaming. He doesn't have the stream where he goes for like 12 hours anymore. This one Kuragi looked like Kimono Friends. I do prefer her 2.0 model. But maybe just because I'm used to it. I don't know. That is my personal favorite. The second version. Because that's the one I first started watching. Yeah, like objectively, like the 3.0 is like objectively better, but like I don't know. The 2.0 had like a certain charm to it. It's like, you know, because she also drew it herself. She rigged it herself, she drew it herself. She's like orange as well. The orange dog. Why is this thing so hard to watch? What the heck is this? And then like a lot of streamers I was like watching, they have partner now. I'm like, whoa, what I remember before they had partner. Good for them. Now they got the viewers. Not a lot of people watching. Ooh, to Owo's there. Checked a Ray Ravenstein stream the other day. I was like, whoa, what the? I didn't know he was partner. When did that happen? I didn't even see like a partner celebration stream. And then Clavio's partner. Joker Jackson's partner. Man. That's cool. People out there doing things. When everyone's partner, they have more emotes. That's what it is. Glad the gacha brings back the old dog. Yeah, she does have the gacha. She does have a lot of models. Wolfie partner when. I feel like I would need to make an active effort to do so. Because like the way I stream now is just like, I just go live. I don't tell people. I would need to do like, I don't know, collabs. I need to like put effort into it. And it's just like, I don't know. Why can't people just arbitrarily find my streams without me putting any effort into it? What's the deal? Why do I have to put effort into things? There's too many people to watch. There's a lot of people. You need 50? You need 75. And I'm quite a ways from that. You need 75 for like several weeks or like a month or something. So it is quite a bit. Me as someone who has like anywhere between like, you know, 10 and 25 years at any point, it's like unrealistic to get 75 anytime soon. Okay, I mean it is realistic if I like actually told people that I stream, but like I'd rather not do that. Welcome, good cat. Okay, let's see, we got proximal thumb phalanx. That's the thing. You gotta put effort into things, you know? Because I feel like a lot of the people that became partner, yeah, the networking, I was just about to mention that. Like, a lot of it is because they've collabed with other people, and then the people from their audience is just like, whoa, what the, this person seems cool, let me start watching their streams. And then they do that, and people find out about it, and then they start collabing with, like, you know, people that have more established audiences. And then they all build up to, like, you know, now they're collabing with people that have like 1,000 viewers. Like, whoa, what the? That's how it is. Knowing other streamers with a lot of viewers bring you their audience. Yeah, that's the case. It's like when you see, ooh, it's Owo, he's like collabing with people, and it's like, whoa, what the? He collabed with Pippa? I know who that is. Collabs with like other people. Me from Choco Streams. Didn't know I streamed. That's the thing, a lot of people don't know I stream. Because I never tweet about it on my main account. And the thing is, like, if I did tweet about it on my main account, I think, like, I'm sure I would get a lot of people. Also, I feel like there's an expectation that you would be, like, talking about corporate VTuber things, at least in my case. It's like, most people know me from, like, corporate VTuber stuff. So if I was streaming, I'd be like, yo, they're just gonna ask me about, I don't know, other stuff. And I don't know, I want to do my own thing. But collab was mental. I didn't actually watch it, but what's the deal? What happened on that stream? Also, why is this impossible to wash? Like, what am I missing here? What's a new Ame? Yo, he drew small Ame. Streamer, do you see the new stream from HoloLive? You guys see that stream? Welcome, Scarlet Rook. Whoa, what the? But yeah, that's like when I first started streaming on YouTube. I think like all of my audience was just people that watched either Amelia Watson or Pomu streams. And that was fine back then because, you know, I would watch their streams, I'd talk about their streams. But then it's all we ever talked about. And I was like, I just want to talk about other stuff. They want insider news. This guy has information. This guy knows insider information. He knows metadata. Hold on, so we wash this. We gotta wash the fins. This one. This fin right here. Yeah, just wanna chill, you know? Welcome to Easy Time. Yeah, outsider information. Me as someone who doesn't know things. I'm literally out here. Whoa. But then again, it's not so fair to say that like everyone that would watch would just be interested in that kind of stuff. Because like, a lot of people that watch my stream now are like people that started off being like, oh yeah, this guy does like the whole life stuff. But then they stick around for like other reasons. So like, you know, I don't know. Like that's how Hamflo found my stream. Because like one of his friends was like, oh, here's this guy. That's the guy who does the whole live animations. You know, Hamflo wasn't even really a corporate VTube viewer. You have some people that are like, yo, that's the Toho guy. That's the guy who did the Toho animations. That's the guy who did this thing. And so, like, I'm sure I could tweet about it, and then people, you know, okay, that's the thing. Like, initially, everyone who would show up would be like, oh, that's the whole live guy. But then, you know, like, after a while, they'll stop watching because they realize that I don't talk about that kind of stuff anymore. But then, you know, some people would stick around. Like, maybe that's what I should be caring about. I don't know. I had no idea who you were. I don't even know who I am. Does anyone even know who I am? Does anyone even know who they are? Do you guys know who you are? Yourself? Yourself, that's right, yourself. Welcome, Mooney. What's my big obsession gonna be? I don't know. Bocchi the Rock. Whenever I watch Bocchi the Rock, whenever I get around to it, everyone will be like, yo, what the Wolfie watch Bocchi the Rock? And then I started drawing Bocchi fan art. Everyone's like, yo, let's go. Bocchi the Rock. Yeah, planning it. Okay, guys. 2024 is the Bocchi the Rock arc. Okay, I'm gonna be a Bocchi streamer. I'm gonna be drawing Bocchi all the time. I'm gonna be streaming Bocchi. The Bocchi video game. The partner push obsession. Yeah, I'm gonna be obsessed with numbers. I'm gonna be like, guys, we gotta hit our quota today. We're gonna have a goal. We're gonna have 5 subs per stream, guys, okay? I'm gonna be doing subathons. I'm gonna be doing 24-hour react content. I'm gonna be doing sleeping. We're gonna have a I'm only sleeping stream. Cyrano was the only Wolfie thing I was previously aware of. The messed up part is Cyrano TV didn't even talk to me about that emote. I'm gonna send my model to the ranch. My CPU usage is bad, so I could not run VTube Studio at the same time. Never hear about Bocchi anymore except when I joke about it. You're not following the right people, okay? I follow people on Twitter and they're like retweeting Bocchi fan art, so I'm still seeing it. Be sleeping, but I missed a bunch of messages. Let's scroll up. Partner push. You were born with a name tag. Michael has little interest in Hololive. Yeah, I feel like, you know, if you watch a lot of kind of indie VTubers, there's less reason to. Bocchi is still. Bocchi's real. She's so real, guys. What is this? Why can't I wash this? What else even is there to wash? This? That? This? Bocchi is walking. Anyway, I don't know. I'm sure at some point I'll do another animation. Haven't really done an animation in a long time now. It's been a while. What was the last one I even drew? It was either the Choco Jacks one or the Moonybug one. Haven't made an animation since that one. An emote making stream. Well, once they add the 5 new emote slots, I'll probably do a stream where I just draw some new emotes. I think Choco Jacks mentioned that they're gonna do that before the end of the year, right? So they got like, you know, a month and like 10 days to do it. So whenever that happens, I'll do some animations. Yo, don't bug. Here's hoping they better do it. They announced it so long ago. Amongst us. Okay, I'm gonna hydrate. It's 7 p.m. You guys also hydrate. You can't see that I'm hydrating, but I'm telling you I am, okay? Alright. This song is groovy. We got the lo-fi stream beats, royalty-free BGM. Should do it right before the new year so folks have new animated emotes to spam during countdowns. I feel like they should do it farther in advance, right? Because like people would have to have time to like commission other artists to draw emotes, or if they're artists themselves, they have to draw it. And like I'm sure once they add the emote slots, emote artists are going to get a lot of requests coming in, and they might have like a backlog. So they gotta get on this soon, okay? Consider the artists, okay? Never even think about the artists. That's messed up. What's this song? This song is Flute of the Traveler. Stream beats by Harris Heller. Flute of the Traveler. Classic song. The flute. Why can't I wash this? What's up with this? Why is this not even washable? What's missing? I'm pressing tab. Pressing tab. I don't see it. YouTube ad blocker. It's also on Spotify. I'm listening to it on Spotify. There's a whole playlist of them. And it affects my recommended songs because I listen to this. I'm always listening to this lo-fi stream beats BGM on stream. And it affects my recommendations for like my non-streaming. Like every Monday, you know, you get like a Discover Weekly. And it's supposed to be like new songs. It's all freaking lo-fi stream beats. Well, not stream beats, but like a lot of lo-fi stuff. And like I only listen to this on stream. Here's in the crevices. I'll look over here. Spotify Rewind. Yeah. Top listener for that BGM by the end of the... No, I don't think so. There's other streamers. Like I keep talking about how I can like do a thing where I listen to copyrighted music and like, you know, you could set up like a separate stream track. It gets saved, like not with the VOD. I guess it doesn't get saved. But like, I don't know, that requires effort. It's probably like 2 minutes of effort, but like I don't feel like doing it. Maybe at some point. In a different era. I don't understand this. Okay, we'll do this one. Distal finger phalanges. This one. Here. Over here. Oh, there it is. Okay, the final one. The hand. The hand. This whole thing is the hand. Dude, what is this? This, maybe it's like down here. Yeah, this whole thing is the hand. Come on. Not even... Oh, wait, hold on. There's something down here. There's something here. Maybe on the other side? Spotify is so expensive. How much is Spotify now anyway? Did they ever increase their prices? I know YouTube Premium increased their prices like in the past few months. 16 US, what the frick? That's a lot. Is it even 16 USD like in the US? I feel like it's like 12 at most, right? All the time. Yours is 11. Yeah, I always thought it was like between 11 and $12 here. Currency. What is the Danish currency called? Do you guys use the euro? What even? How does currency even work? Crowns, Danish crowns. That's kind of cool. Kroner. Kroner. Isn't that the whole live the time V2? Haha. It's a joke, guys. It's a joke. I still don't know what to do here. Is it this? Haha, joke. You're Danish. You got two Danish people here. Michael and Mooney. The Danish realm. You guys know about the Danish realm? Greenland. Where the frick is this hand, guys? Somewhat Dane. Me who knows the currency as Danish krone. Didn't think it would be called differently in English. Oh, you thought it was crown. Is krone? Does that mean crown? Translated. Dude, what the heck? Where is it? I don't understand. This? Here? There's literally 2% left. Is it here? I've been washing this. It's not even possible. And it being from Zealand, New Zealand. Is there an old Zealand? A regular Zealand? What about Newer Zealand? Oh, Old Zealand is in Denmark? I didn't even know that. You know, those are things I never even considered. It's like, it's called Zealand, but without an A. Welcome, son. What is Zealand? What about A through Y land? Am I right, guys? What about where the frick is the rest of this? Is it like back here? Like in here? Did I like not wash down here? Zealand. What? I thought it was Zealand. How is Z the same as C? This one is at the start of the alphabet. The other one is at the end. Where is this? I hate this. This is the worst part of the game. I'm trying to find the last 1%. What happened? I literally asked that. Zoli, were you even paying attention? I already made that joke. The rightmost island. That's a born home. Oh. I don't know. Naming places. You guys ever name a location? America. You guys ever consider that since there's a New Mexico, there has to be an Old Mexico? Where is Old Mexico? Today was a day. Time for me to say, what is that? I don't want to just be saying words. I don't know what they mean. Old Mexico is just Mexico? Oh, well, what the... You're telling me... Guys, does anyone know this game? Where is this? Old York? That's in London. Maybe not London. It's in the UK. I know. I already know. What about this? Where's this? Is it this? Is this... Like, this is the only thing I can see, but, like, I'm pressing tab and there's nothing there. Tab. I'm pressing tab. I'm holding down tab. I don't see any places where it could be. It's my favorite number. I can't tell you. Because it's secure information. I do have a very large number. It may be a prime number. I don't know. It's used in secure communications. It could perhaps even be used in a password somewhere. Could be dozens of digits long. I don't know. There is a number. 27. Yo, guys, write that down. 15. You guys have a favorite number? What's the best number? 3. I think 3 is a good number. 7. 5 quintillion. 57,364,502, maybe? 69. 5,080. Oh no, you that's a you gotta you can't, guys. That number has other meanings. If you say that's your favorite number, people will be like, "What the?" Guys, where the heck is this? I don't understand. I feel like I've been spending like the last 20 minutes on this last the last 2%. You think this controller looks pretty? Isn't this just Mars? This or that? Welcome Onyx Tail. Bro, where the frick? Is it this? I don't understand. This. Do I have to look this up online? Do I need to like look up a tutorial how to watch this? What's left? What even is remaining? There's nothing. I'm holding down tab. There's nothing. It's literally nothing. Never played this. I've never seen someone play this far into the game. I always see like the starting levels. People never commit to it. Welcome Mint. Oh, I don't know if this is Mars. I literally don't even know where to wash. Pressing tab. I'm holding down tab. I'm washing everything. Mars question mark. This is just a desert. You guys ever think about how desert and dessert are spelled so similarly? This is Arizona? No, this is like in the UK somewhere. In the fictional UK. Somewhere near Muckingham. Would never eat a deep fried Mars bar. I would not go out of my way to order it. I guess if I was provided with one, I would buy it at least once. And then I would probably feel awful about it afterwards. This is Orgrimmar. Oh, that's World of Warcraft. I know that place. It's amazing how outpaced America is in terms of frying weird stuff. We'd be #1. Wait, are there other countries that are like... Wait, where are fried Mars bars from? Fried butter? You guys ever had fried butter? Scotland does a lot of frying. What's one thing they're known for? Fried food-wise. America is slightly ashamed. Fried pizza. What the? Scotland. Scotland. A munchie. Wait, I think I have seen that. I think I saw a tweet about a munchie box a long time ago. I forget what it is. That was a thing. What is the most obscure fried food they have? Imagine where we would be as a society without fried foods. US did fried ice cream. Yeah, that is a thing around here. Jack in the Box stole the idea for their munchie meals. It's a box filled with fried stuff and sold cheap. It's beautiful. I don't think I've ever even seen a Jack in the Box. I've never been to one. I've never seen one. Yeah, fried ice cream as a Mexican dessert. I don't know. I haven't had any like really weird fried stuff now. It's all like the usual, you know, fried chicken, fried like tempura stuff. Never anything like fried butter or like fried ice cream. Fried cheesecake. Had it only once each, but would you, if you were presented with another opportunity to eat it, would you? Or is it just like you try it once and you're like, no, this is this is too much. Fried butter gets way less gross when you realize it melts away into the dough. I don't know. It's like a whole stick of butter though, right? It's like a lot. Jack in the Box has the greasiest tacos. I don't know. You guys think it's also weird that I've never had Taco Bell? Never even been inside a Taco Bell. Don't even know what it's like. I'm sure all of the food tastes the same though. It's like the same ingredients. Have I never had Taco Bell? I've just never had a reason to have it. I wouldn't recommend it. I feel like it's just like a thing that you have sometimes. Not you specifically, but it's just like, you know, it's a thing that exists. And then if you happen to have it, then you have it. I think I avoided Taco Bell for 2 decades before trying it again recently. How is it? Would you recommend it? Framework laptops. Taco Bell has been a lifelong companion. Gamer food. I don't know. There's like a lot of fast food places I've never had. Like I think I've never had like Wendy's. Actually, have I ever had anything from Wendy's? I don't think so. I might have had like an ice cream from Wendy's once. Maybe, I don't know. Doritos and Mountain Dew. Yeah, oh yeah, that is a thing. The Baja Blast? Yeah, Wendy's got them. I knew it. I knew someone was going to say that. Taco Bell is that in the 90s, they were the only fast food place with vegetarian options that didn't suck. Really? What vegetarian food did they have? Was it... Oh, I know. Don't they have like a bean burrito? That is one thing they're known for. Maybe. Guys, where the heck... What am I doing? Oh yeah, potatoes. Potatoes are good. Do they have like a breakfast burrito? They have to, right? They're known for burritos. They gotta have like a breakfast version. Are they even open for breakfast? They do. Guys, I don't know what to do. Do I have to like quit and reopen? Is this a bug? Am I bugged? Am I not able to finish this because I don't know. I've been staring at this handle. You know, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit and reopen. Oh, I didn't know that would actually close the game. What the freak is happening? You guys see that? What is that? Excuse me? That's not supposed to happen. Pete Davidson. I don't know who that is. Well, what the frick? Is my video card overheating? I don't think so. Session was a wash. It's washing time. Okay, maybe that does something. Okay. That's weird. That's definitely not supposed to happen. My computer just crashed. Is my computer doing that thing again? I haven't had the issue, like, for a while, where, like, it would just restart itself after 5 minutes. Maybe it's back. Maybe something weird is going on. Yep, I think it just turned itself off. I guess we're gonna wait while my computer reboots itself. Unintentionally. Okay, there it is, guys. Check it out. Whoa, look at that. It's going. It's going. Isn't this supposed to be like a circle? It's kind of like, it's like an oval. Stream setup is dying. I can't believe this. But updating my system, I didn't ask for this. What the frick? I guess we're gonna watch my system update. That's cool. That's cool. Good old Windows. It's not even like the right resolution. You guys seeing this? It's like stretched. It's like squashed. Restarting, thank you. You guys ever update your Windows live on stream? It's cool that I can update while still streaming though. You get to watch me update my system. You get to watch me watch all the graphics problems, getting Windows ready. It's working on updates. Cool. That's cool. And then I'm sure once this starts up, it's going to be like, do you want to upgrade to Windows 11? Anyone out here on Windows 11? Nope. Working on those updates. You're on Windows 11? No. Well, that's a stream. It sure is a stream. Surely me not being able to finish that level wasn't due to Windows, right? That's like, this is totally unrelated. 100% complete. 97. Yo, it's there. It's going. Oh no, Wolf doxed. My username is my real name is Wolfie. Can't believe it. Alright, so we're back in. Updating Steam. Got Mahjong Soul. My library. Okay, we're going back. Oh no, 44 hours. 44.9 hours. It is going. There it is, guys. It's made with Unity. Mahjong Soul. Okay, here we go. Resume. We are continuing. The level is loading. Okay, well, I guess it was bugged. That's weird. Okay, we're done with the level then. I just had to restart my game. That is weird. Is that supposed to happen? I feel like that's not supposed to happen. Pretty sure the last half hour It's not even supposed to. Okay, whatever. Who cares? How was I supposed to know? It's like, you know how like they had some DS games or 3DS games that were like, wasn't there like a Zelda game that had a puzzle where the solution was like close your 3DS or something? Spirit Tracks or whatever. It was like there was like a stamp on the top screen. There was like a thing on the bottom screen, and what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to like close the lid so you were like stamping the top screen with the bottom screen. That's what you were supposed to do. And people were like, I don't know what to do. Phantom Hourglass? Yeah, that's probably what it was. Insane. But I'm sure this one was just a bug. They didn't intend for you to... Imagine the solution to this puzzle was to close the game, apply Windows updates, and then reopen the game? Wow. There's a one X-Men game required you to press the reset button on your console? What the? What was the puzzle? Why did they make you do that? What's the deal? Unconventional puzzles. Metal Gear Solid. Never even played a Metal Gear game. I don't even know. I don't even know anything about Metal Gear. Right, and you have to turn the game console off. To reset a computer or something in-game so you reset your console? I don't know. That's too much. How are people supposed to know? Plugging your controller into the second controller port so the mind reader can't read your inputs? That's real? What if you didn't have a second controller? You just have to like, were you just inconvenienced? I can't believe this. Too much fourth wall breakage. Plug your one controller into the second port. I see. But then you can't. How can you still move? Does it just move your character from the second port? What if you were on an emulator? I guess it would be easier to do on an emulator, huh? The frequency on the back of the CD case? Is that also Metal Gear? I don't know. I don't even understand. It is Metal Gear. Why does he do that? Why is he out here just breaking the fourth wall? You guys ever break the fourth wall? Are we breaking the fourth wall right now? By applying system updates. Was that me breaking the fourth wall? Welcome, Props Not Jack. Is one of the argument cruxes for buying the original hardware to be able to use the second controller slot. Broke it, but then I got a bill in the wait, what? Broke what? Oh, the fourth wall. Me when I forget what questions I've asked. Imagine buying the game secondhand, it doesn't have the original cover. Yeah, you need to like look it up online, or you need to like find a game guide. Remember instruction manuals? Back in the day, they would like, you know, they would put information in there. And they would expect you to read it. Now people don't even bother reading. Especially me. When I play games, I don't even read things. Well, I do read things, but like, kind of not. 200 frequencies? What the? Yo. It's the boat. It's An American boat. Streaming story-driven games seems hard. It depends on the kind of streamer you are. I would say objectively, maybe it's a bit easier because like, I feel like it's harder to do Zatsudans than if you were just streaming like you're just reading stuff from a game. It requires like very little creative input. If you're someone who enjoys talking, then it would be harder because you'd be wanting to talk about stuff. It's a pretty good Metal Gear Solid fan game, Merry Gear Solid. You have to drop a zip file that comes with the download into the game to solve a puzzle. What the? What if I hate talking? Well, I don't know. Streaming story games on Twitch is hard. What about on YouTube? Why is it easy on YouTube? Oh, on Discord. Story based. I don't know. Welcome, Jack00. Story game have the plot you can comment on. Yeah, like some people don't even do it though. Some people they'll just read the story and they'll just be like, wow, that's wild. Oh, really? Wow. Oh, how could he say that? I can't believe he would do this. But you're telling me this? How could he do that? You could do that. You could be that kind of streamer. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna talk to this guy. The guy will tell me some things. I'm gonna read his dialogue. Provide minimal input. Am I gonna become a full-time PNG tuber? No. Once I figure out these CPU utilization issues, I'll be back. Unless I never figure it out. I might never figure it out. But I will write an OBS plugin which will allow me to PNG tube more effectively. That's right, it'll have lip sync, it'll have everything I need. Find that stuff hard to debug? Probably. You gotta like somehow you gotta like close and reopen OBS. Does it load the plugins dynamically? Like if you change it, does it like reset itself? Every time you recompile, you would have to like close and reopen it? I don't know. Oh, CPU issues. Yeah, I don't know. I thought you meant OBS. Yeah, CPU, I don't know. I literally don't know. All I know is that when I have VTube Studio open at the same time as OBS, frame rate goes really bad. It goes down. Whoop. Okay, we're doing this. We're going here. We're washing. We do be power washing though. Made a minimal scene collection. Yeah, but like when you were making changes to the code, like how do you reload it? Did you like have to close and reopen OBS? Was it just... Did it just pick up? If you like, okay, you recompile. I guess you weren't doing a plugin though. It was like a... It's like a core thing that was built into OBS. I don't know. Whatever. I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. Look at that. What's that? Is that the volcano? The ash? The ash from Pokemon? Pokemon. The Pokemon. Okay, this is here. How's the new monitor? It's good. Besides my CPU issues, it's great. It did arrive Saturday. Oh yeah, right, you weren't here because you were at a convention, right? How was it? Yeah, it arrived on Saturday. I used it on the Splatoon stream, and then I had CPU issues. Started with printf debugging, used the LLVM debugger. It's not GDB. Yeah, I haven't used a debugger since I was in college. In the real industry, we use printline debugging. For real. People don't even know how to use debuggers, myself included. It was an experience. That sounds good, maybe, or bad. That sounds like a thing. Meet with friends, did that. Con has been slacking. Okay, then that's not good. You don't want that. You want the convention to be good, regardless. Hardware breakpoint. I don't even know what that is. I'm not even aware of things. Signals. Software. What is Scooby-Doo washer? Wait, what? Oh, you mean this? No, this is it's a flower power washer. Beware. Where even would you be? Beware. Mystery truck. The mystery van. It's not a truck. It's a van. Impromptu brought a game controller for half a day to give fans a slightly better game experience. Game controller. Game experience. What does that mean? Like the rhythm game part? Were you at the rhythm game section? The 2DX controller. Video games. The washing machine game. Oh, sorry, it's not the mystery van, it's the mystery machine. They called it the mystery. Wait, was it the mystery machine? What did they call the van in Scooby-Doo? Was it the mystery machine? I feel like it was. Mystery. Yeah, it was. It was. Isn't it wild that vans are machines? When you think of machines, you think of like machinery. But cars are machines. What's up with that? Guy traveled from out of state, brought a 2DX controller. Brought a Sound Voltex controller. I see. That's cool. It's cool to have control. It's cool to be in control. Remember when Shaggy drove the mystery machine? I do not. Does Fred normally drive it? Is Fred the typical driver? Con hasn't given any budget for gaming. All they had was stuff that was 10 years old. That's pretty old. It's like, that's older than many things. Shaggy driving under the influence. No, he doesn't do that. Not in the show. You think he would do that? That'd be a bad example for kids. They only do that on the reboot, Velma or whatever. You guys remember Velma? Is that show still airing? What do you think are in the Scooby snacks? Nutrition. Obviously, snacks. Obviously, delicious food. Did they ever explain that? What is in Scooby snacks? What even are Scooby snacks? And why are they named Scooby Snacks? Like, they have Scooby, but you're telling me that they have a brand named after him? Or did they just nickname it that? Or did they name Scooby after the brand? No one ever asked about this. Why is it called Scooby Snacks? You think maybe like the snacks existed, and then like Scooby as a child, they were just like, oh yeah, this puppy loves Scooby Snacks. Let's just call him Scooby-Doo. Or do you think there's a brand out there that's sponsoring Scooby? And they were like, we're gonna name our brand after this dog. Think graham crackers in real life? Do they still make those? GDB. Oh, that demonger. Out here removing the bugs. Yeah, the dog or the snack. What if both? What if they just happen to exist at the same time? It's just a coincidence. Has anyone wondered this though? I can't be the only one to ask about this, right? Someone definitely should have asked about the origin of Scooby Snacks and the naming. There's probably like an answer on Quora or something. Look out for anchors. Failure may result in injury. Wonder if there's an OBS plugin to write out console debug info. Probably. OBS plugins have like a built-in logger. You can use to log stuff. I don't know. Anyway, I guess that'll be it for today. We will resume this next week. Yo, the Pelican? It sure can. Well, that's it, guys. You guys ever wonder why you can't finish that desert level? It's because you have to restart your computer. You have to apply system updates. And that's it. Okay, well, let's see what day today is. I'm gonna send a raid somewhere. Future Teachers of America Day. National Pay Back Your Parents Day. Transgender Day of Remembrance. Universal Children's Day. What days? Name Your PC Day. Child's Day, Gary Day, Oscar Day, Peanut Butter Fudge Day, Odd Socks Day. Let's do what's the name of everybody's PC? Let's do this one. I like this one. Or you could do that one. Whatever the heck you want to do. National Peanut Butter Fudge Day. Fudge Day raid. Alright, who's streaming? Twitch.tv. People are out here. You could watch Choco Jacks streaming some art. You could watch some other people doing other things. Who do I want to raid? What if I find someone who's streaming this game? Powerwash Simulator. Any VTubers out there? There are quite a few people streaming. Yo, I'm streaming this. Wolf is streaming, guys. Let's raid Wolfie. Oh, I think he's ending his stream though. Never mind, we can't raid him. Let's raid. I don't know. Man, there's a lot of face cam streamers playing this game, which makes sense. You know what? I'm not gonna raid someone. That's a lie. I'm not gonna raid someone streaming Powerwash. Okay, let's see. Who do I want to raid though? the hardest part of... You cannot raid yourself, actually. I have tried. Can't do it. Let's raid, let's raid Yuzuki. He's playing Cuisinier, or Cuisiner, or however you pronounce that game. Oh, this channel has follower or subscriber only chat? Never mind. I'm not doing that. Let's raid, let's raid, oh, this guy, no, not this guy. Yeah, the raid has been canceled, okay? Literally canceled. Let's raid, let's raid, let's raid Miskle. Let's raid Miskle is streaming. It says Animal Crossing New Horizons, but he is not streaming Mario. It's not Animal Crossing. It is Paper Mario of some kind. Anyway, that's it. I'll be back tomorrow with something. Maybe Dark Souls, because I will not be streaming on Thursday. I will be going outside to a restaurant because it's Thanksgiving. So maybe tomorrow I'll play Dark Souls 3. And then Wednesday we got fishing. Thursday no stream. Friday is possibly the end of Miku Picross. The end of an era. And then Saturday something else. Whatever the heck. I don't even know. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. I will now sit here waiting for the raid to go. Now it's going. Okay, have a good rest of your Monday or Tuesday. I will see you next time. Goodbye.